Hi, I'm Lauren Edmonds. I'm the founder and owner of a school that supports children with learning delays. I'm hoping this space gives you something to think about.
I want to talk about something that is going to be quite divisive or controversial. But when it comes to developing our children and helping our children succeed, or at least, the very least, not allowing them to decline further because of our mistakes, I think potentially there's space to say what I'm going to say. Sure, holding my breath. I want to say that sometimes children are placed in expensive remedial environments when it is the parents who are the ones that are causing the difficulties. Right. So there's a lot around that. And if a child has got a diagnosis of dyslexia, that's not a learning difficulty that is caused by external factors. That is an intrinsic way in which the child's brain works, potentially hereditary. I'm talking more about when anxiety is taking over a child, and this is the main driver in causing them to have academic failure. The question is, could it be coming from the home environment, from the parents, from the environment in which the child is being raised? And what if that environment got addressed in the healthiest, most supportive way possible, and the child didn't have to then go on to an expensive remedial or special needs environment? And worse, be labeled in that environment and go on to a remedial and special needs life when it wasn't necessary. The point of being brave enough to say this out there is to show you an extreme point of view. So when we pull it back to a more moderate point of view, we can see that potentially the home environment is a catalyst for difficulties, is potentially the cause of things that are going on for your kid, and why we as a school want to work with the family at the same time as working with the child. I've seen it quite a few times where we have developed a child beyond where the parents thought they would go. We've brought awareness, we've brought maturity. The academics is on track. They're no longer falling all over the place. They're more socially adept. And every time they come back from holiday, they've regressed, which gives us a clear indication of something's going on at home that needs to be addressed. And I'm not going down the road of negative things going on. I'm just talking about the run-of-the-mill family where the environment at home is not conducive to the child's needs. And let's face it, none of us got a manual when we got given our kids, or when our kids were born. None of us got the manual. So we're all just winging it. And even more so then, if we are all winging it, then maybe when things go wrong with our kids, we can see that as the barometer for ourselves, for our family unit. And when things are going wrong, when the children are not okay, that's the gauge, the measure for whether we are okay or not. And then our journey needs to start while we are looking at the child and supporting them and what they're experiencing, not just scholastically, but emotionally, socially, physically. While we're supporting all of that, what's happening in the home environment, and how are you getting back to yourself and finding a more beautiful place to be as a family so that everybody can thrive? And often it takes really small changes done consistently over a period of time. Then you add another small change, and eventually you're a different kind of family unit, and everybody's thriving in the family unit. I really think that's something to think about and a road to walk down. And while you might not be getting the therapy, attending therapists or going through social workers or getting that kind of external support, there are so many books that are written around parenting, around reparenting yourself, around self-help, that you could tap into any one of those. And I say books because that's my preferred, but it could be a Udemy or any kind of course. It could be YouTube videos, following somebody on social media, where you're starting to get more insight. What kind of parent am I? What kind of person am I? What kind of parent and person do I want to be for me, for my child, to make this harmonious and for it to be good for everybody?